Welcome to Voice a Boy YouTube channel. This is where we impact a man in all spheres of his life. Today we'll shed light on debt management, power of saving, and investing small. In a nutshell, we called it financial hygiene. It was impactfully handled by Mr. Lloyd Mangi, who happened to be our guest speaker. Now, a man is not always about a tie, suits, looks, or even a well-maintained beard, but proper financial hygiene makes a complete man. Therefore, as a man, in case you have poor financial management, or what we'll call it poor financial hygiene, you might be trending on a sinking ground. However, we shouldn't worry no more, because I believe by the end of the video you would have benefited in one way or another. Now let's begin with some wisdom here from Mr. Lloyd Mwangi about the principle of contentment. Now, you can never be an effective financial manager without being contented with what you have now. They say, cut your coat according to your size. It is important to understand your size, your current level, how much you earn, and what it can buy. Number one, about principle of contentment. Bridle your appetites. Resist the temptation to buy everything you see. Be frugal. Ask yourself, is this really necessary? If it's not, you don't have to buy. As a man, you shouldn't be a see and buy. Everything that impresses you buy. Warren Buffett said, if you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things you need. If you can't control your emotions, or what we can call appetites, you can't control money. So number two, know what you can afford. It is said that what you can't buy twice, you can't afford. Run on a budget at all times. Budget for the things you want, and budget for the things you want to buy. Number three, be aware of covetousness. Don't buy because of peer pressure. Men are in sizes, so everyone has his size. Thank God for his blessings and on other people, and store in the process. Let it not be like a competition. You have a 48-inch screen TV, but because you've seen someone with 68 or 72, you are in a rush to buy. That's how it's buying, because of peer pressure, and this is something that you should avoid as a man. In case if you have a 48-inch TV, there'll be no need of buying another 72-inch. What for? The pixels are still the same, and it will not even change the viewing. Don't be in a hurry to lift your standard of living. I think your first car should never be your best car. Live your level per time. Most people buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like what I'm talking about, buying a 72-inch screen TV, yet you have a 48-inch one. That's something you don't need. It's not something urgent that you should consider buying. Don't race with the trends of fashion. Just live within your means. The viewing is still the same. Number five, be a giver. So out of every earning, there is always what to give, so that you may have tomorrow. This is in obedience to the law of seed time and harvest. Next topic was debt management. There is a way to stay away from debts. The Bible says that the borrower is servant to the lender, and also a good man sheweth favor and lendeth, meaning that we should be lenders and not borrowers. As much as able, stay away from debt. Something must be very important and urgent for you to take a debt for it. Just do your best to ensure that all your expenditure fit in your budget. The same energy used to think of who you shall borrow from is the same energy you used to generate ideas that will bring funds. That was very nice. Instead of you want I heard that there are people who take debts to buy good shoes or trending shoes. Others take debt to upgrade their TV sets or their cutleries. That is not necessary. As a man, you shouldn't be doing such things. If it's for business, don't take a debt to start. If you must use debt, then let it be to grow your business. Never start a business on debt for the simple fact that business takes 3 times longer than expected and brings lower returns than expected on the onset. That was very nice. And somebody might ask here, what about Fuliza Hustler Fund, KCB M-Pesa? Can we call that a debt? Can you take KCB M-Pesa or Hustler Fund for starting a business? Now, in my own opinion, I believe that when the president brought this initiative was to grow SMEs, was to grow growth of SMEs. However, with 500, 500, I'm taking it as I don't know if can start a business, but yeah, I know it can. But maybe that month was too bad for your business. You can use the 500 from Hustler Fund to pay some electric bills in your shop, or even to buy bundles to market your cell phone. Okay, I'm not underestimating the power of starting small. Neither am I criticizing a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. All I'm saying is that have a business plan on what you want to do. With 500, have you budget? What can I do with the 500? Yeah, if you want to have a serious plan for your business, if you have to have one, if you want to have you want to take a serious step for your business, have a serious plan. So have a plan on what you want to do and where you want to be in a couple of years. If starting in debt is the only option, there are some at times when we are broke and you are like, hey, I need to look for a debt to start a business. Look for lendings that have favorable or friendly rates. Again, you can also seek a job. It's not always debt is not the only option to starting a business. Look for a job in the skills that you are qualified in the experiences that you have. Then use the job as a stepping stone to the success of your business, and you'll be a greater man once you consider this. Let us continue. So, about investments, the Bible talks about casting your bread upon many waters. This is investment. It is very important to start doing. It is very important to start doing that as early as now. Yeah, here are some of investment channels available. 1, investing into business. This can be starting a business, partnering with someone on a business, or buying shares in an established business. Do a proper research of the business before you place your money to avoid being conned. Any get-rich-quick investment is a very bad idea. Now, never test the depth of a river with both feet. Be cautious. Seek more information about the investment, then make a judgment. And the judgment should not be based on emotions, because you have seen that the investment scheme is giving some huge returns, or it's giving some it has some great policies. Remember, they say when the deal is too good, you should think twice. Never invest in a business you don't understand. If it's forex, there's somebody who asked here about forex. I don't know. This was Mr. Lloyd's opinion. It takes 2.5 years to 4 or 6 years to pursue a course and then go ahead and start earning from it. There is a direct relation between amount of knowledge and earnings. So if you have no proper training on forex, just leave it. It will be a wrong investment. No one places 10k on a platform knowing nothing on it and expect returns. I consider that madness. So unless you have proper training on forex, leave it. If you don't have any training, leave it. Invest in a business that you yourself understand. You have some knowledge about it. Number 3, the greatest investment amongst all is investing into knowledge. Buy books, travel to learning expeditions, look for information by all means, do an extra course, and do not shy from using money to get knowledge. It is the greatest knowledge. Now, There is somewhere I read a quote that says, formal education will earn you a living, but self-education will earn you a fortune. Be willing to learn and explore the business syllabus. Listen to business talks, attend business forums, make research. Abraham Lincoln said, give me 6 hours chopping down a tree, and he will spend 4 hours sharpening an axe. Spend more time in equipping yourself with knowledge so that you can solve business problems with ease. Yes, that was amazing. That was amazing. So somebody might ask this. Let's go about savings first. Warren Buffett again said that don't save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. In case you are employed, cultivate a percentage that you will say 15% or 10% or whatever percentage of my monthly salary will be going to savings. That's a discipline that you should cultivate, and tell yourself you shouldn't save what is left after spending, but you should actually spend what is left after saving. After you've removed that percentage from your monthly salary, you will have the rest now to do whatever you have. This will help you overcome debt and solve your debt issues. There are people who have hands in all in whole what loaning application forms. They are in Tala, they're in Hustler Fund, they're in Fuliza, they're in KCB M-Pesa. Cultivate a culture of saving and you'll avoid such. So let's talk of savings. There are two types of saving schemes. One, there is short-term savings and long-term savings. Short-term savings is usually to have enough money for an investment. It should be for an income generation project, not a car. Think about it. Why would you put together money for 1 year and then buy a liability? This is my opinion though. The point is, have a short-term scheme for a period not more than a year. Then there is long-term investment. This is a scheme of setting aside a consistent amount of money for a long time, a few years. This can be in a savings account. If it's not for any investment you can see, it's for the future. Just keep a consistent reserve of money for a long time, like I was talking about. You have no idea how much you could put together. Do this for your business too. When you will need 5 million, this reserve will have 3 million already, and you will not have to borrow. Now let's relate it to the Bible. Joseph in the Bible set aside 20% of all increase of 7 years, and it fed the world for 7 years. People came to buy food in Egypt from all over. This is long-term savings. Wonderful. This is wonderful. So in case you are broke and you are thinking of starting a business, let's listen to what Mr. Lloyd said. When broke, it's advisable to start a business. It's not advisable. When broke, it's advisable not to start a business. This is because it will not bring returns immediately as you may expect. Get a job, and not any job. Don't be that desperate. Check your skill and get a job along that line. That's very impactful. Now, my parting shot to our topic that we had: as a man, have a plan for your future. The future is what you've not yet lived. Tomorrow is a future. You'll only exist in the future if you begin planning it today. Be a good accountant of your finances. Account for every coin that exists in your pocket. In case your score in financial management is below average, look for a partner that has good financial hygiene. In conclusion, a man should always ask himself two questions: where am I going, and who am I going with? If you ever get two of these questions in the wrong order, you are in trouble. So begin planning for the future now. In case you have poor financial management, seek a partner who will help you develop and cultivate good financial hygiene. That's all for today. See you in our next video.